When I first launched Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, I knew right away this was going to be something I'd never forget. And I was right. Max Payne 2 isn't just another sequel, it's an emotional rollercoaster that still sticks with me to this day. Back then, I actually played Max Payne 2 before the first game, and that's why I have so many memories tied to it. Honestly, it's my childhood, my personal magnum opus of video games. I'll never forget when my older brother installed Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas on my very first laptop, and right alongside it, Max Payne 2. I fell in love with it instantly. For me, it was something truly magical. And in this video, I want to share with you why it means so much to me. The story is once again the biggest attraction. After the events of the first game, Max returns to the police force, but his life is still scarred by tragedy. Fate brings back the femme fatale, Mona Sachs, the mysterious contract killer who might be the only light in his otherwise dark existence. Their relationship balances on a fragile line between love and death. We know it's doomed to end in tragedy, and yet it keeps us moving forward. The narrative is once again delivered through comic book panels with voiceovers, this time even more stylish and cinematic than in the first game. The noir atmosphere is everywhere, cynical monologues, dark metaphors, and melancholy dripping from every line of dialogue. Remedy once again proved that story can be just as important as the action itself, maybe even more important. If the first game brought a revolution with bullet time, the second game polished that feature into pure perfection. Time slowing is smoother, more intuitive, and even more cinematic. Gunfights turn into a deadly choreography, diving sideways, falling in slow motion, bullets whizzing past. It feels like stepping straight into a John Woo action movie. The shoot-dodge mechanic is still here, but the controls feel sharper and more natural. The weapons are a joy to use, whether it's the classic dual pistols, a shotgun, or an SMG, every shot feels satisfying. Max still can't take too many hits, so tactical thinking is essential, using cover, timing bullet time just right, and saving your painkillers. The game punishes recklessness but rewards careful play. That's what makes the shootout so adrenaline-packed and thrilling from start to finish. Max Payne 2 is shorter than the first game, but far more intense. Every mission is carefully designed and packed with atmosphere. From abandoned warehouses to dirty apartments to luxurious mansions, everything feels realistic and pulls you deeper into a depressing New York, where the sun never shines. The music is a chapter of its own. The main melancholic theme gets under your skin instantly and never leaves. Sound effects once again stand out, perfectly underlining the intensity of combat. And as for the graphics, back in 2003, this was absolutely top-notch. Characters looked more lifelike, animations were more realistic, and the city itself felt believable. Of course, time has left its mark, but the atmosphere still works just as well today. One of the biggest highlights of the second game is the character of Mona Sachs. Her relationship with Max isn't some cheesy love story, it's more of a tragedy straight out of a classic noir film. Every scene they share is filled with emotion and tension, and even though you know it can't possibly end well, you can't help but root for them. This gives Max Payne 2 an emotional depth that was rarely found in action games of that era. Max Payne 2 is shorter, and many people still hold that against it. But I see it differently. The game is like a well-written novel that grabs you and never lets go. The first game was raw, original, and revolutionary. The second, on the other hand, is more refined, more mature, and emotionally stronger. It feels more cinematic, focusing not just on the wow factor, but on the story, the characters, and their relationships. For me, Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne is a game straight from the heart. Even after all these years, I still remember how it pulled me into its world and didn't let go until the very end. It's a game that managed to combine excellent gameplay, an unforgettable story, and an atmosphere no other game has ever truly replicated. Yes, it's shorter than the first game, but every single moment is worth it. And that ending, melancholic, sad, yet beautiful, it has stayed with me to this day. If I had to give it a score, it would be a 10 out of 10. And I'll say this, if you've never played Max Payne 2, you absolutely should. You won't regret it, and I believe you'll agree with me that it's a truly great game.